Hello, my name is Caden Peterson, and I am starting a YouTube channel. It sounds a little weird to say out loud, but I've had a few people tell me in the past that I should do it, and I figured, what the hell? Why not share my story and take some people along with me? Um, I am gonna be kind of just documenting my lifts, talking about my training philosophies and why I do what I do, as well as talking a little bit more about the mental side of how it can help you grow as a person and help you become a better person every day. So then we'll just get rolling. I kind of want to talk about my story to this point, just so you know who is telling you all these things, and you have a general idea of where I'm coming from and what I've been through so far. So, what better place to start than the start, right? I was a extremely overweight kid. I really did not like myself. I hated myself quite a bit, actually, and that was really hard for me to deal with. I was failing school. I was fat. I was weak, and I didn't like who I was. So what I was going to do is make a decision, and that decision was that I was going to lose weight and change my life. And I think that that was big for me, just because it allowed me to really um, figure out what I want. And it was just a journey that I was going to start. I was going to hold myself accountable. I was going to be disciplined, and I was going to work hard mainly. I actually had come up with a saying, which I now have tattooed on me. The day you don't want to is the day you have to. And what this meant to me was that people that are strong, people that lose weight, people that were that like who I wanted to be, they didn't make excuses on their worst days. They prevailed through and worked hard even when it felt like it really wouldn't matter a bunch. So I did that. And for 6 months, I dieted, lifted weights 6 days a week, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. And a big part of this was just trying to change my situation and showing that I could take action in my own life. And that was a huge step for me. Um, from there, I actually had also transferred schools, and I went to go play football at a school. Football was a big reason for my training, and we'll get into that in a little bit more of a second. But I was so happy. I was so happy after losing weight. I felt like I'd actually done something significant that a lot of people couldn't do, and I'd taken action in my own life and changed who I was from all those months ago. So that was huge for me, I think. And it was proof that all I had to do was make a decision, hold myself accountable, be consistent, and work hard. And that got me so far. After that football season, I decided that I wanted to lose a little bit more weight because I wasn't quite happy with where my physique was at. I then lost more weight, dieted down, remained being disciplined and working hard, lifting 6 days a week, every week. And that, honestly, this second cut didn't teach me a whole lot that I already didn't know. It mainly just kind of showed me what's possible, and that I can have the thing. Like, I really wanted abs. I really wanted to have veins everywhere and have that like freaky looking physique. And this showed me that it was possible. So I think that was the biggest part about this second cut, was that I had full control over what I looked like, and that was huge. Um, from there, I had actually had a conversation with my high school football coach, and he let me know that there was a chance for me to go play at the collegiate level, despite me being vertically challenged. I'm only 5'9", and I was so excited to have that opportunity. I felt extremely blessed to have that opportunity, and I felt like I'd be wasting it if I didn't take advantage of it. So, with that being said, I would dove back into another bulk. Um, Bulked up until the football season started, and then obviously maintained weight throughout the football season. And this bulk really didn't make me feel great. I hated it. I hate bulking. I hate putting on any amount of body fat because it makes me feel like that weak fat kid who first started that hated himself. Um, And I kind of started to think about that. And what it had really shown me is that I don't know if I can be bulked up and look like this and be happy for 4 years in college. But I really didn't vocalize that concern to anyone around me, and um, kind of just continued to go with it because I felt like I was obligated to do it for some reason. I felt like I had to. Um, so from there, played a great football season, received multiple scholarships to go play at the next level, and then ultimately decided on one. But after that season, I knew that I hated the way I looked. I was back to being in that negative mindset and hating myself. It wasn't as bad as last time. It wasn't near as bad as last time, but I still hated myself. And I decided I was going to cut again. And this was a doozy. This one taught me so much about discipline and focus. I was so focused and only cared about losing weight and making myself look better in the gym. That was that was my life. That was all I cared about. Every conversation I feel like I brought it up in, everything I did in my day-to-day life was for the gym or so I could look good in the gym that night. And I loved it. Um, Being in this extremely disciplined mindset, doing all the cardio I could do, lifting weights, losing the weight, it made me feel awesome. Um, and this was a really great part of my journey. And it was a really necessary part of my journey because it showed me what I actually wanted. But ultimately, I was stupid and committed to play college football. So dove back into a bulk that following spring and put on a bunch of weight, got up to like 217 pounds, and well, I hated myself again. I went to school in Iowa and played football, and I met a guy there named I'm actually not going to say his name, but you know who you are. I met him, and we were very similar actually, um, and we were best buds. He was one of my favorite people I met over there. There's another guy who I roomed with who I really loved and cared about, and I got there and met him, went as hard as I could in football because whenever I do something, I knew that I was going to do it as hard as I could, even if I hated it. Also, on the side of doing college football workouts, college football practice, and college football meetings, I had a membership at an Anytime Fitness, and I started going there every night, even during the season. Um, and I think that really showed me that the gym meant more to me than football. My roommates would look at me like I was crazy whenever I was mixing up pre-workout to go lift after we had just gotten done with a 2-hour practice. And I started going there. And then there, I actually started making these silly little car vlogs on Snapchat. I had a weightlifting story. And I started just posting me like blabbling about mainly training philosophies is what I talked about, if I'm recalling correctly. I really talked a lot about like the lift itself and like um, what people could do to take steps in their own fitness journey to experience the results they want to get. And that was actually when I had a few people start saying, "Hey, have you ever considered doing this on YouTube? Hey, have you ever stuff like that?" So yeah, then that was cool. But I did hate it there. It was awful. I hated myself. I hated being there. I hated football. I grew actually really resentful of it. I had really bad shin splints too, so every step was a painful reminder that this wasn't where I wanted to be. And then I transferred back after a semester. I transferred back and I had decided while in Iowa to compete in a bodybuilding show. I decided that I was going to compete in the summer after I came back. So I transferred to a closer to home in state school and got a job. And I love my job. And also just took my grades more seriously, poured into the gym, and I lived in isolation for pretty much all of my spring semester. But I was also cutting, so that was pretty cool. Um, and then I started prep. Prep was a huge step for me. I was super nervous. Obviously, you hear about how much prep sucks, all these things. And then as I continued to progress through prep, I loved it more and more, despite feeling like crap. Uh, I loved the discipline. I was back to that mindset of being infatuated with just how I was going to look that night, what I could do to take steps to look better and be better. And that was really cool, and super exciting for me. So took prep really seriously. Ended up having to hire a coach. I was going to originally self-coach myself through the show, and then I hired a coach with a month left because I didn't really know how to do like a peak week and all that because I wasn't that educated. And I hired a coach. Peak week rolled around. Felt like absolute crap, but it was so worth it. I was so excited to um, be the best looking I've ever looked, honestly. And that was huge for me. I think that I was really just excited to get on stage. And it was really hitting me that week that, holy crap, I'm actually going to get on a bodybuilding stage at the end of the week. What the hell? So worked with my coach, worked through posing practice, and eventually got on stage. I got on stage, and I think that healed a part of me that I didn't know I needed to heal. It let me see what I was truly passionate about. And what I'm truly passionate about is bodybuilding and weightlifting. And I knew that I needed to get better though. I looked great on stage. Don't get me wrong, I was super happy to be up there. But as soon as I got done, I just wanted to compete again. And I knew I needed some major improvements before I competed again. So I needed to grow my shoulders. I needed to get more thickness in my back. My legs needed to have more muscle maturity. So dove back into that, but not quite yet. I wanted to enjoy all the hard work that I'd done to build a good physique and the best I've ever looked. So I just kind of lollygagged for a few months. Enjoyed the summer while being super lean. Worked super hard in my job. Worked super hard in the gym, and then moved back into school. And that is when I started this most recent bulk. I bulked from about September till uh, the end of January, and I bulked up to 234 pounds, which was actually heavier than I'd ever been in football. But I was not as resentful of it because I knew that it wasn't a final resting place. It wasn't where I was going to have to be for football. So that really assured me that, okay, football wasn't right for me. Weightlifting and bodybuilding, that is right for me. And most recently, this is where I'm at now. I'm 2 months into the cut. I've lost, give or take, 25 pounds, depending on the day, honestly. And then, yeah, I am just getting ready to enjoy the summer, be lean again a little bit, and then another bulk will start up this October, and I'm hopefully going to compete again in 2026. So yeah, that is my weightlifting story thus far, and I can't wait to document the future steps with you guys watching, and hopefully teach you guys a little bit about how you can see better results in the gym, how you guys can grow and experience so much more within weightlifting, as well as I want to talk a lot about like your mentality when it comes to the gym, because I think that that's my strongest point as a lifter. I think is my mentality, the tenacity, and the philosophy I bring to a weight room, and the mindset I bring to training. I think that I have a really good mindset, and I'd love to share it and have more people affected by it, because I do think that my mindset has been crafted and molded over years and years of hard work, and it can change my life, so why can't it change someone else's? So if I inspire one person or help someone progress in the gym, that's all I want from this channel. That's all I want. I want to change one life. If I'm blessed to change more, awesome. If I'm not, awesome, right? Um, so yeah. Also, just a quick shout out. I can't sit here and talk about my story without talking about my best friend. Um, Ryan. He's probably going to be on the channel. So Ryan is my best friend. He's like a brother to me. He's a guy I love dearly, and me and him have been lifting for the same amount of time. We both committed to going to the gym 6 days a week on the same date, April 1st, 2021. And life happened. We kind of didn't get to lift as much, other than those like last 2 years of high school. We lifted together a bunch, and um, life happened. We really didn't get to train that much more for like the middle of my journey, middle of his journey as well. But now we're back. We actually competed in that show together. He got first, I got second. And it was a bunch of fun competing with him, going through it with him in prep, and having that accountability buddy was really awesome for me. So Ryan, love you, man. Couldn't have done it without you, and I'm thankful every day for having a friend that's as good as you, and someone I can call a brother. Um, yeah, and with all of that being said, I think that that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you continue to tune in. I'm going to keep uploading probably once or twice a week from here on out. And I'm really looking forward to taking you guys along for the rest of my journey. And hopefully you can learn a few things along the way, or just get some entertainment out of it. So thank you guys so much.